Yep.
Yeah, next time you would just want to rush in there because it'll be easier to heal in the Freya fight, ironically, than in the midst of that
Right.
mob.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing that got me. You really have, you kind of my whole group got thrown off that very first time that uh, the peasant managed to actually catch me with that running attack because yeah, that just like I was so close to get to being clear there, and nope. Okay.
Yeah, Captain Duck, I had gotten the Japanese release confused with everywhere else,
Mm.
but it's still not too far away.
Yeah,
So,
Ben was planning on kind of having a fun stream of it. Well, I don't know if we'd have time to stream it after having to download it and everything, but on the same day he got back from his checkup, from seeing how his broken leg is coming along, and then nope, it'll be another month. All right. Yeah, the Japanese release is in March, and then yeah, the everywhere else is what, mid-April, I think.
I think so. It's
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, Japanese releases usually are. We kind of made a joke about how it's like, well, clearly all of the physical copies have to be shipped from the slow boat, but what about everybody else who's just going to be ordering it online? Okay, I think that's all the peasants doing melee attacks. There we go. Yeah, you're right. It was close to not actually working to heal in the boss arena, but it did. Oh, I thought she did the laser. That was almost bad. Oh, arg. Wow, with authority. That was just enough damage to kill me there too. Okay. Thinking I might just do something else in the meantime. Freya's just not a very fun fight, and I don't really have, a whole lot of. I just don't really have the health and stamina to deal with a big. Oh, here, don't have the health and stamina to deal with a big, fight like that. Oh, did I actually get all of them? Well, anyway, okay, so that's gonna be a problem. So instead, how about, let's see, do we have? Uh, we do Huntsman's Copes. We could do the. Let's just do Huntsman's Copes. That's an easier one. It gave me time to get a couple more levels and come back a bit better equipped. It's like, yeah, I mean, you could handle Freya, not with without too much difficulty, but it's just it would just take enough time to run there and back that, like, yeah, there are more interesting things I can do than practice that fight. So I have never actually fought Freya with pure physical. Yeah, I always use like Scraps of Life or Firestorm to deal with the spiders, and then so I can focus on her. It's kind of funny. The very first time I played Dark Souls 2 was back in was March 2014. It just like it was like 2 years, 2 years, 2 weeks after the game came out, and I went ahead and bought the Black Armor edition, had all that fun stuff, and I got to kind of did a jack of all trades build, kind of like I did in Dark Souls 1 my first time, just to see what I would like. Like not knowing what weapons and spells and everything you'd have access to eventually. I wanted to keep my options open. And what they did to kind of encourage you to min max and specialize in something was raise the stat requirements on magic. Like pretty much all the interesting stuff had its stat requirements jacked way up. Like the highest spell, minimum requirement in Dark Souls 1 was 50, whereas in Dark Souls 2, it's 65. And they still have a They still have the same cap of same cap of 99 in the stat that they always have. So there's definitely that aspect of it, and it's not so much until the DLC. Oh, not so much until the DLC, but they added stuff like the smelter hammer that has like a strength requirement of 70, which is the highest in the entire series. Oh, Duck was saying that it's tough to get there as your first one. The rewards you can buy more and more stones. Zack the Ripper. Oh, hi, dude. Hmm. He's probably gonna just hop right down at me. Then I would assume.
I feel like there should be a hang in there hollow thing for that poor guy hanging on there.
Oh yeah. It's funny. It's like I've never actually seen him there until I got my attention drawn up by the invader. I don't know if you guys haven't. And following up on what Duck was saying, it's like, oh hey, we actually got something happening here.
Oh, hooray!
And everybody says this that Covenant doesn't actually work.
There's your spirit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, going after what Duck was saying is like I usually like nowadays I go this route first, the the one with Iron Keep, so because I just love the unlimited Titanite. And that was kind of what I was starting to mention. Oh darn it!
I have to say, you might want to keep the blue spirit between you and the invader.
Right, he's all geared up to a Pari. So what does this guy have? He has so nobody's smurfing. It looks like we got a guy that got lucky with the Hade Knight with Hade armor drop. We have a invader using, I guess, trying to be like patches with the tower shield and the spear. He's got a.
Do you drop down?
No. It would take him a while to drop down. He has to go all the way up and over. But that's
No,
where he's heading toward, right? Okay. And yeah, and what happened my first time through was that let's see, he's going to try to hop down. Maybe I should try to cut him off, or maybe I should try to help my spirit out.
Should probably stick with your spirit.
Yeah, let's go back that way.
Can you find the two of them now?
They're right over here. But yeah, I actually ran out of Titanite my first time through. And yeah, it's because I found the Iron Keep route last. I guess he doesn't have the means of healing. Oh,
Welp. It's one way of doing it, I guess.
I don't have a shrug, do I? Oh. Thanks, dude. I'm glad to see that actually work. So I guess we can get back on to a regularly scheduled stream. No, I'm seriously, it is kind of cool to see that happen because normally the conventional wisdom about the blue cop faction is that it doesn't work. Jeez, okay. Oh, because he's up there. I'm glad I did the life gem. And we have all seen an example of it working. Oh yeah, Duck. Yeah, no, you could open the windows. Yeah, you can also smash open the slats over the windows in No Man's Wharf too. Though in that case, it's not much good unless you have the lighthouse going. Because yeah, you can open the windows, but there's still no light outside. Anyway, the problem is now that I've got all that stuff is that you have to go back around one more time to actually go through the door that the Hollow Thief broke down the first time. But yeah, but the problem is that, and I mentioned this in the LP also, the fact that there is a finite amount of regular Titanite shards in the game. I think there's 30 you can find and I don't remember if that was including the ones the 10 you can buy from who? Wow, what's his name? Lenigrast. Yeah, I don't even remember if that's even including that. So, but regardless, there are just not very many Titanite shards, considering it takes 6 to get one to +3 and start the next tier of upgrades. Uh, so yeah, I constantly ran into the fact that uh, I just wouldn't have any upgrade materials. You know, I had so I spent a 2, and the funny thing is that in character, Lenigrast has a line about like don't upgrade willy nilly, don't upgrade willy nilly and everything. And yet it's like that's the less I was used to. I expected at some point to get infinite shards. You don't get that until you're done with Iron Keep and his daughter Chloanne starts selling them. What's funny is that if you have the Iron Ember, which is also an Iron Keep, so you couldn't even use the infusion system until near the end. Uh, oh, he drops a club. Okay, cool. So you couldn't even use the infusion, which is a system that replaced Ascension in this game. Uh, Darn it. Lorak said I should have punched the tree over like a boulder. Well, remember this is Ashley, not Leon or Chris. You know. And yeah, Doc, you can farm some shards from the steelworkers. The problem is that in the original version of the game, they had a basically the company of champions doesn't respawn enemies like it's supposed to, so you could run out of them too. Darn it. Well, let's make it count. This forlorn is guaranteed. He will always spawn here. Arg. Delayed backstab mechanic. Two. Gotcha. All right, that's what I'd like to see. It's so weird playing through these parts without any ranged options because I'm so used to either the primary or my backup character for the LP uses magic. So so the only hollow on me right now it is okay. It's using the life gem and the I don't need the soul spear miracle, but yes. Can't blame me if you don't want any of that. Okay, there we are. Oh, cool! I got the Sans armor. I think that may actually be a good armor for properly armoring up Ashley. Of course, you can't equip it now; it's too heavy. But that's a little too ornate, I think. It's cool, but yeah, a bit much. Aw. Well, I guess in honor of the pop the diva outfit we haven't gotten yet. We'll just go with this for now. But yeah, they put a sublime bone dust and a Sion knight guarding it. All of the bone dust upgrades in Scholar are like that. They're little out of the way places that are guarded by one of the knights. So, and I happen to know ahead of time from unfortunate experience that there is a dog that will there it is. Those two will aggro you if you try to go into the if you try to pull the lever without dealing with them first. And now it should be clear. You only have to deal with the one up there. One mechanic I really liked that I was kind of hoping they bring back more often is in the depths in Dark Souls 1. You remember how that one butcher that was up there in the corner, doing her little Batman pose. If you locked onto her, she would like detect you were looking at her and hop down the. Oh, and the running hollow. Apparently, the purpose of those guys is to lure you into traps, like where the enemies are, and then you will, if you chase him, he'll lure you to where enemies are, and he has some unique drops if you kill him. Okay, fun stuff, man. Yeah, the tricky part with these great weapons is the fact that they manually aim. Like right now, I'm looking straight ahead. If I hit the button and then look behind me, oh, I fall off the cliff.
You
Ah,
know, we should have realized from the very start that when you started saying basically the equivalent of "Hey Ma, look
look
at
at
what I'm
this.
doing," um,
Ah, dear. Well, the bridge is already lowered though, so we can just run past all this stuff.
well, thank goodness for that.
I was trying to say is that with weapons, if you see me do it a couple times, that if you're locked on, for example, and you hit a different direction, either because you're facing that way or you were just trying to dodge that way, uh, that's what makes me swing sometimes. Looks like I'm just completely off in the wrong zip code, and that's what's causing it. All right, so we'll get all the way across this bridge to the other bridge, and then we'll see who's still chasing us at that point.
Exactly, gravity is the hardest enemy in Dark Souls.
There's nothing quite like just intercepting an enemy running at you with one of those big like wind up hits. The dog looks like a dog is still chasing me. I think he's it. Yep, dog got the scent.
It reminds me of that one arcade game where it's like I don't remember. I think it was Alligators, the one that I had. But basically, they would lunge at you and you hit them with a big foam hammer.
Right, right.
And it's the exact same exact same feel, really.
Yeah, this time let's actually try to do this without walking right off the edge, trying to show off some mechanics. And this one's pretty obnoxious if you're melee only, and actually not too bad if you're not. Because the big issue here is that I should have used a flask there. The big issue here is that as thrust weapons, arrows do extra counter hit damage. So if the guy hits you while you're fighting somebody else, you take bonus damage, and sometimes a lot of it. Or actually remember is the whack-a-mole, but with the gators.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an 86 thing you other people wouldn't understand. Speaking of merciless,
There's also and I never knew this one existed until somebody pointed it out to me. But yeah, there is so avoid the poison here. That I'm out of moss. Yeah, if you go right around here, yeah, there you are. There is a weapon you can grab.
flamberge.
What? Is that?
I admit, I was seriously thinking that he would just knock you off.
So now I'm gonna have to go. Now I'm gonna have to go around the cliff there. Oh, not the poison butterflies Vex. Although I think that one might be new to Scholar anyway. But the fact there's that little ledge, that outcropping with the flamberge. I don't know what it had in the original game, but I never knew it was there until I was. Either Ben found it in the stream or somebody pointed it out to us. The fact there was something there. Okay, let's go past all this nonsense and. Oh, arg! Thought I'd make a break for it when I actually caught up to him. Yeah, when they speed up those run animations, it is just the goofiest thing. Although what was new that I didn't know about was when last time I was going through the gutter, to see if I could light all the torches and see if what I could find there. There's apparently like this poison butterfly. Yeah, that's a good example of it. Is facing away from the dog. There's like a poison butterfly that's all in shadow, which is pretty cool. Right in the head, man. And of course, headshots do extra damage too. Headshots also do extra damage with spells. I didn't know that either. I don't think that was the case in one. There we go. Plan worked for once. So if I really want my bloodstain back this time, so we're gonna have to take the long way around, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. Uh, yeah, just the trick of remembering to let the stick go back to neutral before actually hitting it. I know there's some good dudes in there. Nice. That's the thing that makes those big weapons really feel like big weapons when you can actually hit an enemy you weren't even intending to hit with the swing from one. Oh man. Okay, let's get out of here. Thank goodness they don't have backstabs. Okay, without ranged weapons, we're just gonna have to let that necromancer do her thing and come around the back way. I think I'm also going to pop an effigy and use it to get Creighton. Well, then again, do we need to do any of that stuff in retrospect? I'm thinking probably not. Yeah. Vex was saying, I know the spells to Quaylog's human part can stagger her. Yeah, she's a unique case as far as bosses go. That her human portion doesn't have any poise. So yeah, you can just unlock her with arrows or with anything. Okay. Let's use the effigy anyway. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Well, fair enough. The reason why I got that out is the fact that an alluring skull will will lure simple-minded enemies to it, and it's a good time to go ahead and get some hits in on them. Well, they're all partying around there. It's pretty crazy damage. You have to be careful with these guys. They actually do have a parry, stance. Okay, about time to heal up again. One cool thing is that you can actually backstab these guys if... Oh! There are times when I wish you could get your hands on a spell that normally enemies do. And that little like lob, that grenade fireball that the caster skeleton lord does. Something I really wish we could have. Like ditto for in the DLC for the Sanctum City. The big kind of lingering lightning ball that the imperfect dragons, whatever they're called, do. Like, yeah, I really wish that you could get that kind of spell. There's more magic to counter rolling. That's a big problem it has in PvP.
Which is probably why they don't let you have it, really.
Right. In theory, that's what Soul Vortex is for, but it doesn't quite work out so well.
Yeah, not so much.
All right. There we go. It is really cool when you can backstab and riposte bosses and do all that stuff. And we know what's up with him. Bone wheel 1. We'll let the other bone wheel do his thing for a little bit. I wonder, can I parry the bone wheel? Yeah, they're so harmless in Dark Souls 2. Nope, okay.
Yeah, I think they're just a little bit too fast for you.
Yeah, well, that and the fact that without using weapons, you probably can't parry them.
The bone wheels.
Halloween, the bone wheels. Do you feel properly spooked yet, Beef Stew?
It's like October and March.
Yeah, that has to be like the least scary skeletons of like all time. I kind of like the ridiculous. You kind of like that the priestess shirt, ridiculous sleeves and all. Okay, then we'll get Chloanne and send her back to Majula. Then actually hop back and spend my souls this time instead of losing them with Freya. Beef Stew said he lost several times to Skeleton Lords, so he was too busy laughing. Yeah, seriously, it's like they're so goofy. It's like Evil Dead, Army of Darkness skeletons,
Yeah, seriously.
Right. And in Scholar, it's even funnier because they have like you guys saw, uh, and previously in the original version, each skeleton lord summoned 4 skeletons when you killed him, and in Scholar, it's like they go down to 2 bone wheels, but 6 of the dual wielding guys with the weird crowns, and 8 of the uh, the minions with the shields and rapiers. So yeah, you can just end up with a huge horde of skeletons that are just not much of a threat. Because the only real threat they had was either just hitting you all at once, or the bone wheels getting you while you were trying to get away from them. Uh, and I went ahead and gave Freya a pass for now. We're going to come back and beat her later when I've got a little more HP. It's a fight I've never done melee only, so I figured I'd want to be a little better equipped for it. So we can get a bit more. Looks good. And I think I may switch off the Demon Great Hammer for now, because it is fun, but I kind of want to do something a little bit different for a bit. So I think we're gonna try the. I don't have the dex for the Flamberge. That's what I was gonna try. Um, hmm. I guess you might just stick with it a little bit longer until I can get. What do we have? I only have dex of 11. I would need how many more souls to get there? I need a bunch. Yeah. Okay. The thing I wanted an alternate weapon for was because of a covetous demon, which is actually resistant to strike. I don't really have anything else that'll work well on him. So yeah, we'll just deal with it. Then after that, we might try a different weapon. Yeah. If you all want to see one of these one of weapons, or if you want me to go pick one up, let me know, and I can try to arrange something. 4 to the 20. Let's see. We need anything in the mist. Let's see. Govlon's not there yet. That would just be the raw stone. I don't really need anything out here. So the fact that the random enemies here are skeletons, and we are well equipped to deal with skeletons, is pretty nice. Okay. Here's another part I've never done without some kind of ranged weapon that I'm kind of nervous about. They replaced the 2 giants with 2 desert sorceresses. She's gonna do her lingering flame, drat. I'm thinking maybe we'll just ignore her. Well, aha. What are you going to do now, madam? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like a lot of people don't know that the sorceresses actually have a grab attack because it's so likely that they'll kill you with the lingering flame.
Alternatively, when you get close, it's very likely that you'll just kill them.
Right, right. Okay. So far, so good. And then we will see if we can get any of these crystal lizards. Arg. Well, that guy actually is stuck for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It is nuts just how much damage this weapon is using, especially considering we don't even have the right stance for it as a two-handed. A bunch of stuff in there, including a Titanite slab. But we will...
Get it some other time.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Big Hammers.
I kind of wish you could get their absurd hammers.
Oh, you can't get that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't drop it.
That's a shame.
Because, yeah, that is basically just a... I mean, there is an anvil and a stick you can get. So I guess that kind of... Except for the fact of completely, absurdly unwieldy hammers.
Yeah, but that one is basically just like a big chunk of metal on a stick.
Right, right. Yeah, it actually looks like a full like a gigantic cast iron cinder block or something.
Oh, actually, yeah, it just looks like an iron ingot.
Right, right.
Just put on a stick. It's like we don't actually have any blacksmiths here, so just wrap this up and off you go.
Right. And yeah, these are the enemies that Duck was talking about that you can farm for shards. Yeah, the fact that you can see the animation of your weapon make contact with them and still not do any damage. Let's wait for it to do the Mirrored Flame. She almost always does it. There we go. Okay. We don't need any of that stuff. Oh, right, there is a mannequin here in Scholar. Yeah, one-shotting the mannequins does make me feel like I'm in pretty good shape for this part. Okay, let's see. There's a trick you can do with the enemies in this room that may be a good idea to show off. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it. I guess there's another good reason too to put some points in the deck so we can actually use these use this thing properly. One, two, three. Darn it. Yeah, the Covetous actually has hyper armor while he's eating, but not while he's going to his next meal. Oh darn it! So it is just didn't quite do it in time.
I don't know. I still think they should have called a gluttonous demon.
Yeah, yeah. Darn it. Well, still let me get about half of his health worth. Oh, he hadn't actually killed him that time. All right. So that did let me get him to about 20% of his health. One thing I want to do is see if I can get him to do it if he winds up for like a if he wants it for his big grab attack. So a lot of people haven't ever seen it. And the idea is that you have to be kind of in front of his mouth for a couple seconds. That's not it. Yeah. Well, one more hit will do it. That's a good place to be to show us. There we go. And the
It doesn't
problem,
even do. Oh,
it equips you, right?
ah.
And that's why he's resistant to strike, so you can't really finish him off in melee with any practicality.
I just have to say that that is the actual like lewd response.
There we go.
Although I suppose that marks the difference between the covetous demon and the gluttonous demon. It's like he doesn't actually want to eat you; he just wants your stuff.
Right.
Which I'm not sure how the mechanics of that work, and I don't want to know.
Oh, he's got like little Girm shorts. Let's do skirt. I'm gonna get some armored pants. I gotta say, Duck, I've never seen. Yeah, you've heard of the sperm demon. I've never seen. Oh, actually, the tail. Okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
On that one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they were going for Jabba the Hutt there. I mean, it's just such an obvious inspiration. Because when you're talking about a Japanese company, it's hard to think of. I mean, Star Wars obviously crosses over. I mean, everyone loves Star Wars, but tiptoe forward. No, you're there. There we are. Yeah, oh, he didn't quite get poisoned that time. Here we go. Oh, interesting. The poison stopped ticking down while he was on the ground. Yeah, that's true. That's true because the enemies are completely invulnerable for that part. Also, wonder. Normally, I use spears to do this, but the shockwave of a drat, so not enough to protect you completely, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah, definitely Jabba, right? So we got these guys. The worst thing is when you're dealing with this guy and the mannequin archers manage to actually snipe you through the moving cog.
Right.
That is just ridiculous. Here we go. Yeah, you hadn't thought of that, but yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's like the first time I saw him, that was kind of what I was thinking. And yeah, when last time that we were recording, Mog and I were thinking about the other kind of references from may have made in the game. Like she had thought of some Pokemon thing, which I was a little kind of was kind of dubious about. Both of us were pretty sure that that oh, it's in BC. Well, we'll get her if we need to. That Iron Keep was pretty much inspired by Bowser's Castle, and even down to the fact you have turtles in there. Nice. This will be a two-shot. Yep. Now this one is a pretty nasty trick. If you go straight for the bonfire, this dude gets away. There we go. And he'll run out and lock that, and run past and lock that door. I've definitely found that one out the hard way. It used to be that the mannequin that would do that would have to. I've never actually seen it happen originally in the base game, but I know it can happen. There's a mannequin that can do it. It might be one of them that you'd have to engage and then let him go. Well, Vex from Iron Keep to Bowser's Castle, that the lava dungeon
with falling platforms
of,
into lava.
Right, falling platforms and stuff like that. Yeah, admittedly, a tenuous connection compared to Covetous Demon. Sweet. And the poison resistance will not get you immediately poisoned by those guys. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from?
I live here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good answer. Is there anybody else going to be? Okay.
There's someone you can summon.
Yeah, that's bashful. Yeah, yeah. That's true. We have some people that haven't played Scholar before. They added a bunch of new NPC.
Bashful,
They
right?
added a bunch of new NPC summons. This guy is a dude with a thief mask, wearing the shadow, the skulking shadow set or whatever it's called. And I've also noticed that if you actually want to buy any of Gilligan's stuff, it's a little bit because he won't sell it to you here if you don't buy his ladder. If you do, he gives you a 25% discount, here. So if you and especially if you want to do Navlon's quest later, giving him each NPC's a token from them, then you definitely want to do it now, where you save like a good 1,500 souls. But yeah, if you don't pay him, because you don't have to pay him, you can just get a fall resistance item at the cat ring or whatever, and just hop right down, and then homeward back out. Anyway, we are going to want probably none of that stuff. We could end up using this for poison resistance, and will we end up? I don't think we need to do Nevlon's quest because most of his rewards are magic. So we'll just buy a couple more. Well, we have the 10 int now, so we don't need more aromatic ooze. Yeah. So I think actually, so it ended up kind of being ended up not being a proper savings this time, but so it goes. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the shadow set in this one. Kind of have your ninja cape and well, I don't have a shield anymore. Of course I don't because Jabba ate it. Oh, and my rings too. Okay, let's. So what did we have? We had Chloranthy, Ring of Blades. I cannot believe I forgot to re-equip my rings. Then we had Bracing Knuckle, right, to deal with that. I made the mistake of walking right off the edge again. Okay, this one we might as well pull it first and get the goodie. I think it's a soul item down here. Also, new in Scholar is there are two mannequins that will. This is part of the fun too. There are two mannequins that will hop down from above, and you can kind of turn the tables on them this way because now they're up on the ground and can't get to you, and you can attack them while they try to get to you. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, I guess he probably left to go get the Mira shield. He's probably still up there.
Oh, I think he just.
There he goes. Down. How did you not take any falling damage from that? Oh, regardless. Then I will swing by Pate's room and see if we can get his stuff. I summoned him for the last giant, but he died during it. I believe is what happened. Here we go. All right, we have. No, okay, he won't. He won't give it to us. Okay, well, screw you then, Pate. In that case, we are about done with this part. We just need to go back up and need to go up and over. So that will be here. Yeah, up then up the ladder and then out. Yeah, so we're almost done with this one. It's funny. It's like I don't know how you all feel about replaying games like this, especially the RPGs like Dark Souls and everything. It's like even though I'm wanting to run through the game quickly, I keep finding myself wanting to veer off and get in 100% everything. That's how I usually play these games. It's actually taking some energy, some focus to not just immediately start trying to get all of these stuff. Yeah, I think the other one. Yeah, I bet there are three mannequins that hop down. I bet one of them was the one that jumped down earlier. And we'll just let that last guy do his thing. See if we can break this one without... Yeah, there we go. Now we just need to break this one without getting poisoned. Sweet. And yeah, this is where this is where they put the sorceress that was bombarding us earlier.
Did she come back?
Yeah, she respawns. That would be a good time for that'd be a good spot for one-time enemy. You know, that would.
Yeah, you'd think it's like, she's hidden behind the secret door. You go up, you womp on her, and then you never have to worry about getting bombarded with magic again.
Right. Yeah, it's always kind of weird when the enemies that also. Yep. Normally he aggroes by now, but there's a source. Speaking of sorceress, there's one back up there, right? Bashful Ray, go get it.
The thing that I find hilarious is that
Bashful Ray, you might want to.
It's like she can't quite target him.
Right. Let's hop down. Well, that might work. Nope.
Gorgeous view. The fact that she actually has like garters is just weirding me out.
Cannot.
Did she just try to kick you in the face? That's
I think
amazing.
so. Yeah. Okay, that's clearly not working. There we go. Ray, yes, please go.
See,
what a carnival of errors that was, man.
See, I think you forgot this is Bashful Ray attacking a sorceress. Of course he's going to have to work up his courage to approach a girl. Task complete. He has interacted with a woman. That's it.
I approve. All right. Now it's going to take Thomas along to make clearing out the making stuff faster. I won't be trying to use NPCs for bosses unless it's a good reason to. As a matter of fact, Thomas, why don't you go in there, start fighting these guys, and well, I go and get the bonfire. Did that work? I think it worked. No, it didn't. Okay. Well, we'll come back for it. The Well, actually, I probably won't even be getting the petrified something because we're not going back to the birds. Okay. I kind of want to. Let's switch to something else so I can save the hammer hits for Mitha. What should I even use for this? I guess. See, yeah, I'll use the sword. Oh, darn it. Still a quite respectable amount of damage. Okay, while I'm poisoned, let's just... If I leave those pots, the Mimic should hit them when he wakes up. Here we go. Wow, that's a lot of damage on Thomas's combustion. Because if I remember right, the wooden chest mimics are actually vulnerable to fire, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, then let's just get rid of Thomas. Where are we? Black crystal. Black. Oh, there it is. So we gotta wait for him to... There we go. Alright, now for Mitha. So I probably should have... Yeah, let's just clear these out. And... Because what I like to do to save time is you can hop down on the archway over her boss corridor. Like so. Makes an easy way to to hit the enemies. Okay. I see you thinking you're clever blocking. All right, cool. And they added a bunch of these like prowling. Hi, sorceress. And a bunch of those like prowling, crawling enemies that you normally found in the Prowling Magus boss fight. So let's do her Lingering Flame. Okay. I know you want to. Okay. How it works for me. Okay, now without the field of poison, this should be a lot easier. I got plenty of Vestas too. She always opens up with a soul arrow, and I always manage to get hit by it. Oh, that's some damage. Very cool. Ah. I just do not have my timing tonight. There we go. Yeah, I'll get into the rhythm of it.
Hopefully before she kills you.
Oh, dodge that one.
Yeah, you're getting better.
I'm getting there. Part of the problem, of course, is that with the equipment load so high.
I didn't know she had a spin to win move.
Oh, snap! Doesn't do the most damage in the world, but still pretty bad. Probably don't have time to heal. Okay, I did. Not quite enough for me to spin to win, and when it's there. I didn't quite make it that time, Mifa. Okay, spin to win will win here if I can get her with it. As a matter of fact, one. Gotcha.
There you go. Internet creeps love the snake ladies.
Yeah. Well, internet creeps love ladies in general, but yeah. I've never understood. Well, I can't say never understood. There are some monster girl things I do kind of like, but yeah, I've never gotten. Yeah, basically, girls without girl parts. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like mermaids, I just don't. I just don't see it. Hi, Ashley. Okay. So, what should we switch to for weapon wise? We have some swords you can try out. We have actually we could wait until Iron Key. Well, and we can probably go back and get Ornifex as soon as I get the Fragrant Branch from Magarold here, and that will open up some options like the Lost Sinner sword and stuff like that. Okay, and let's go ahead and head back up and level up. But yeah, Duck was saying there's a time for the dumbest transition in the game. Goes, this is how about the fish part being on top? Well, you got me there. Yeah, Duck was saying this time for the dumbest transition in the game, and it's like, yeah, that's something else. I mentioned the LP Mach and I are doing a couple times. Yeah, we spend a good like 5 minutes or so just trying to puzzle out like how the thing could possibly have worked, and there's basically no way for it to work. The fact that you go up an elevator inside a mountain, you end up in Bowser's castle. It's yeah. So that'll be enough dex to use the Flamberge if we end up going that way. Then enough souls left over to actually upgrade some stuff. Of course, if I remember right, the Flamberge scales with the dex, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't want to scale with either one. So I guess I'd meet the minimum requirements and then raw it up would probably be the best way to do it. Or Bleedstone if we want to go that way. and maybe join the Brotherhood of Blood and try to go all bleed on it. But anyway, I think that will do it for tonight, with it being 10:30 local time. Yeah, thanks guys for coming by and hanging out with us. With some Dark Souls 2. Uh, oh, Duck was saying that he would have been okay if they'd shown a mountain. So the thing is that if as far as like the Iron Keep itself being on the base of a volcano, it's like that itself could work with you gradually going up the volcano. And the castle being there on top, and then it's sunk into the lava. I think it's probably what they originally were going with, but then you get to near the end of it in the it's like, yeah, and if the elevator went down, right, yeah, exactly. You end up with you go down to where the castle has sunken to. That would have also worked. But no, you go up and it's there up on top, and later on you'll find like lava flowing into the castle from a higher point than where you started, which is just insane. And then of course you go to the bowl idol near the end of it, Aigil's idol, and you look out and see lava as far as the eye can see. So yeah, it just yeah, so somebody. It's just an example of how Rule of Cool works for some games, but just doesn't work for Dark Souls.